All right, Ken. It's wheeling day.
It's wheeling day. Welcome back, folks.
Welcome back. Today we are on. We're not 100% sure we know where we're going, but we know where we're trying to get. That's top of the world, right?
Yeah. That's our attempt.
We're pretty sure it's this road.
We're pretty sure it's this road. We've been wrong before. The odds of being wrong again are not all that bad.
No.
But last night you were busy making dinner and doing other stuff, and I kind of jumped in, figuring out where we were going, which is the worst idea in the world. Why does anybody ever let me do the directions?
But you got us here.
Yeah, well, I got us here in theory.
In theory.
In theory.
You got us part of the way here.
So the rest of it is on to you to get us actually on the trail. That's kind of always been an iconic thing that I've always seen all the pictures of, so I want to go see that.
Oh, no, absolutely. I want to do that too, but I was just going to mention, fun fact, that Ken got slightly confused a few minutes ago. He saw somebody wearing a coat and didn't know what it was.
It wasn't your average coat. It was not an average coat.
He's like, what is that thing? I'm like, Ken, that's called a coat. As we're still wearing flip-flops. 35 degrees this morning when we woke up, by the way. It was awfully chilly.
It was really warm in my sleeping bag, so I didn't
Well, the
bother me
sleeping bag was fine. It was when I got out of the sleeping bag and had to put the tent down, and then my hands froze.
Nice. So today you're going to notice something a little different. We have somebody joining us today, a buddy of mine, Kyle. He's got a really nicely built JL. He's going to join us today. So he's running a slew of Rusty's off-road products, and we've been friends on Facebook for a while, and we've chatted a few times, but he's actually going to join us on the trail today. A really nicely built JL, so that'll be kind of cool. I've never seen a JL off-road in the wild.
Do you know where you're going? Because we don't know where we're going. All right, well, he's along for the ride too. All right.
So he might turn around 37 times as well today.
So the 38th will make him mad, which will make you mad, which will make me mad. Is that how that works? No, you're all going to get mad at me. Is that how we figured that out? I don't know.
I don't know. He's law enforcement. If he's carrying, I'm on his side.
I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
Single point of blame. Single point of blame, so we're all going to blame Bob today.
You know what I always say at work? It's the first step of problem solving is assigning blame. Now that we've done that, we can move on to step 2, right? Let's go find the trail.
Step 2.
I saw that one up there. Going, you're good. Ah, you lost your momentum there. You got hung up.
What's that?
You got hung up. You lost your momentum right there.
I
think that's the line. I think that's the line right there. You just lost your momentum when you got hung up on that rock. There you go. You're good, you're up. There you go. Nice.
Left a little bit.
More.
Straighten it up some, straighten it up just a little bit. Bump it. Back it up, bump it. Right there. Beautiful.
All right, so we made it. We are at the top of the world, the top of the top. We are at the top of the world.
Top of the world is what they call it, and now I know why.
Yeah, every picture and video that I have ever seen online does not do this justice.
And neither will ours.
And neither will ours.
You can't catch the depth. Being up here and being able to see over the edge and the topography, that's not something you can actually capture in video and
It
footage.
is insane.
It's actually almost mind-blowing to me. I didn't even know how to respond at first.
Well, no, it's just like completely overwhelming when you look down in that valley. It's words can't really describe it. You really just got to get your ass out here and check it out.
The trail is amazing. So the trail is pretty mild for a little ways, and then
Definitely go left.
so there's a loop that kind of brings you up to the top of the world. And we kept reading online, go left if you like climbing rocks, go left if you like climbing rocks. We went left. We definitely climbed a lot of rocks, a lot of hill, a lot of rock climbing. It is doable. If you're not on 37s, there's gonna be a couple spots you might need to stack some rocks.
Yeah, I've only used lockers a couple times. Most of it was pretty great. You had pretty good traction most of the time.
Yeah, great traction. The rocks here have really good traction. Even the rocks that have sand on it have really good traction. So I didn't use lockers only but just a few times.
Yep.
And it's just more out of pure laziness than anything. I don't feel like fighting it.
When I got the GPS coordinates, they had a pin dropped and it just said nasty. And that was pretty nasty.
That was very nasty.
I don't know that you'd get through that without lockers.
Yeah, I think your TJ would have struggled on 35.
That would definitely have struggled. Going up the, but again, it just makes it more entertaining.
Yeah, I didn't say it couldn't do it. It would have struggled. You know, when we did fins and things, I mentioned that we were severely overbuilt for that trail, and we were. It was a very easy trail on 37s, all locked up. And
it just messes with your mind.
Yeah, fins and things mess with your mind. This didn't mess with your mind, but there was a lot more challenge. Yeah. So I said fins and things, we were overbuilt. I think for this one, we're still probably overbuilt.
Yeah.
But I don't like beating on my vehicle, so I would say we're adequately built. Not hard, but I don't like thrashing on my vehicle. When I was younger, I used to do that. Not so much these days. All three of these JLs, they're all sporting 37s. They're built very similarly. You know, Kyle's got RCVs, all the goodies, all the Rusties, armor and everything. All three of us pretty much just played follow the leader and had no issues whatsoever. But you did have to work a little bit, so that made it fun and challenging.
In a couple spots.
In a couple spots, you'd pull up to the hill and go, what the heck is that?
You just need to take a second and you're like, okay, there's a line through there.
Yeah, there's a line.
It's not like, you know, undoable or anything.
Yeah, there are easy and very difficult lines, and so we kind of mixed it up a little bit here and there, and it was actually a really, really fun trail.
So far, this is one of my favorite trails. Right up there with, like, as far as trails go, right up there with Charlotte Gap in Arizona.
Yeah, Charlotte Gap was not difficult though, but it was one of the most beautiful trails.
Well, that's scenery. This one I loved. I love the rocks, right?
Yeah.
So it was awesome climbing up here. I mean, Charlotte Gap had a good view, but not like this.
No, nothing's had a view like this.
No,
I've never seen nothing like this in my life.
The colors
if you've not been here, this has to be on your bucket list. I'm sure a lot of the trails in Moab are amazing. I don't know how many of them give a view like this, but you have to come see this trail.
No, I understand now why they call it top of the world, and it's also like a little bit like Christmas with the red and the green.
Yeah.
That's all you see.
Absolutely ridiculous. So, Bob, ever since we started putting your Jeep together, what if I wanted to change, you wouldn't let me?
Most of it, but one thing in particular was the exhaust.
Yeah, I've always wanted to change Bob's exhaust because stock exhaust on these are super susceptible to damage. And Bob damaged it. So now I get to cut it off, and then when we get home, I'm gonna do a custom exhaust. It's kind of squished.
It's not as bad as the TJ one was. It's still flowing a little
Kind
bit.
of squished. So we're gonna cut it off. That way we can enjoy the rest of our week. And then when we get home, we're gonna do a custom exhaust. Thanks to our awesome buddy Kyle here, he had a Sawzall, otherwise we'd have had to find a little shop here in town to cut it off.
Good as new. Is it warm?
A little bit.
It just doesn't take him long to look at it though.
There's
Good as new.
it's flat as a pancake.
Ken, you've earned dinner tonight.
Hey, I have to fix vehicles, you gotta make food.